Veitia Soto, 21 years old, extremely experienced. Round 16 he made at the London Olympics, but bronze success in the 2010 Youth World Championships. Is Cappai of Italy. Well, as I said, European Championships, 5th place in 2013. That was in Minsk in Belarus. The Italian Championships he won, and that says a lot. It's hard to win your own national championships when you come from Italy. Now, these are our 5 judges, 3 of which will be randomly selected, and this is the second of the light flyweight sessions in the quarterfinals in Ring A. Here is our referee. It's Mr. Assanau, who will be looking after this bout. So, out of the left corner, the red corner rather, is Yosbany Veitia Soto of Cuba. He's up against Manuel Cappai, who is boxing for Italy. And he is boxing out of the blue corner. Now, I'm afraid there's a graphic error there, so please ignore the top left graphic at the moment, because it's not Zakipov and it's not Chacon Riviera. It's the Cuban versus the Italian. Now the Italian just holding the center of the ring here. Neither man wanting to give up too much at the moment. Just feeling each other out in the opening seconds of the round. Well, you can see Soto, who people talk about his speed, in and out there in a flash. Very dangerous boxer. That's why he's ranked number 5 in the world, despite his youth. Soto boxing southpaw style. Cappai, the Italian, boxing classic orthodox. So it may just make things a little tricky for Cappai here, who still just holds on to the center of that ring there. One minute to go in this first round, in the second of the quarterfinals on Ring A. Whoever wins this one will go and meet Bojan Zakipov in the semi-finals. Well, it's hard to call this one at the moment. Veitia Soto has been the busier of the two, really, but hasn't landed the same punches that Cappai has, who has been a bit more conservative with his energy, but seems to get through. Now these last 15 seconds could be very important here to swing the judges. Again, the Italian just ducking out of way of harm's reach. Gets in close, and I think probably scored a good right hand right at the end there. This will be interesting to see how the judges score this one as we take our 1-minute break between the rounds. Well, there we go. It's a split decision in round 1. 10-9, 10-9. The 2 judges saw it to the Cuban. The other saw it in favor of the Italian. Well, that is interesting, and I think it's pretty much reflective of exactly how I saw it here, and I think how the crowd saw it as well. It's a tough one to call, that first round. Perhaps the Italian just being a little bit more effective in getting through the guard, but the Cuban was definitely the busier of the two. Now, let me remind you how the 10-point must system is scored. Now it's no longer the simple point system that they had before. It's number of quality blows, technique, domination, clean scoring hits, style and form, and indeed infringement. So we're underway with the second round of this three-minute round bout, and it's Veitia Soto of Cuba boxing out of the red corner against Cappai of Italy, who's coming out of the blue corner. Again, it's the Cuban who's doing a lot of the work here. The Italian waiting to counter-punch as Veitia Soto comes in. The Cuban, big smile across his face, was really enjoying his moment in the ring here at the World Championships. Oof, good exchange there. Again, the Italian tags the Cuban upside the head there with his right hand. Now, there's a big difference now. There's no head guards because, of course, just sheer aggression and power makes a much bigger difference. Oh, the Cuban comes through with a solid right hand on the chin of the Italian, and again. And it's somewhat stunned him. Now the Italian just starting to move back after that, and it may well swing the round in favor of the Cuban. Both just still trying to figure each other out here. I think the Cuban feels he's done enough now, and Cappai, perhaps having been tagged 2 or 3 times pretty hard to the jaw, is being a bit more cautious, which probably isn't the right tactics now, because Veitia Soto, I think, has taken this round. Couple seconds left. That's it, and just 1 round left then. Well, this will be interesting again, just to see exactly how the judges see it. Yes, as I thought, 10-9 across the board there to Veitia Soto of Cuba. So right now, 2018 on 2 judges' scorecards, and Judge C down the bottom there, 19 apiece, having given the first round to the Italian. So currently it's a majority decision. The Italian's going to need to pull out something pretty special then in this final round if he's going to turn things around. Just waiting for the big counter punch, the Italian. But it just didn't really happen for him there. Second trip for the Cuban in 18 months. Came here to Kazakhstan, Almaty, when they had the Republic of Kazakhstan's President's Cup. He won that as well. So probably feels pretty comfortable here in Kazakhstan. Certainly some of the large proportion of the crowd are cheering for the Cuban. They often do. The Cubans are so popular. Now, Veitia Soto of Cuba in the red. Cappai of Italy in the blue. This is the third, final round, 3 minutes. And right now it's Veitia Soto of Cuba who is leading on the judges' scorecards. Well, the Italian's starting to get a little busier here, as he should. His corner must have said that he's probably behind and he needs to get busy. So really, for the first time in the match now, the Italian's starting to do a couple of attacks here rather than hanging back. Well, he's throwing some very cagey punches, the Italian. Now he's got him as the Cuban came in there. Well, just a minute and 10 to go in this final round. Right now, it's the Italian who's probably been a bit better and on top. Just complaining there about the clinch to the referee. I think he's perhaps pulled his glove off. So clock has been stopped while the Italian just gets his glove fixed in. So over to his neutral corner. We're underway again. 1 minute on the clock in this third and final round of this men's light flyweight quarter-final. Well, the Italian, you feel, should have started to employ these tactics a lot earlier, because he is getting through here. It's really a pretty even round at the moment. Oh, the Italian there getting through with a right and a left. Cappai doing much better boxing here in the third round, and you know what, I could watch another 3 or 4 rounds of this. These two are really closely matched. Again tags him with the left hand there. Now just pulled to the ground there from the back of the head, but that's it, end of round 3. And well, I don't think the Italian's done enough in round 3 to pull this back. We're going to wait for the judge's decision. The Cuban just a bit more conservative in that final round. So, Cappai of Italy in the blue, Veitia Soto of Cuba in the red, who was winning after 2 rounds on the judges' scorecard. And it was indeed the Cuban who gets the nod. 2-1 in the end. It's a split decision, and I think that pretty much sums up the bout itself. It was really tight. Both the